stay safe certifications, recognitions. They kind of look like this. And we gave them stickers that said they were safe certified, that they took some that had the hashtags. And there was a bunch, that was pretty much the gist of it. So we went from paying firms and to be honest with you, when we got the assets back, we really didn't get many assets. We had, I think it was like 10 photos or something like that. And since we took over, we've been able to create a 10-second video, a 30-second video, a 60-second video. We've created, a variety of campaigns and working with the state tourism department as well. I would like to see you guys also work more with the Northeastern Regional Tourism Board. That would be a major step for us to start having some kind of collaboration with others outside of Las Vegas. But that in general, so you guys get an idea of like the whole history of what's gone on and where we're at, that's basically what it is.
Whoa, it's a lot.
Hi, Virginia, who is developing those videos or those clips that you're using? Is that done locally or do we have to source that out?
That is actually provided through our grant. So the first year we didn't opt into any photography or video. The second year we did. So we were able to get an asset library of photos, which is really good. We use for and then we also hold on. Do you have the radio? Oh. So, where was I at?
We were talking about the asset.
Oh, yeah, the asset library. So we didn't get very many from the asset library through everybody else, but the New Mexico True program does offer that. So the second year we did opt in, we got some photography, and then the third year we opted for video and photography. So they did all the work and provided us. We gave them a list of places that would probably be the best, or I should say the committee group at that time gave them a list, and they created those videos for us.
Okay.
Virginia, do we have a one-stop location in order to refer to and then branch out at the appropriate areas? By that, whether it be a website or anything that is a one-stop where we can compile all this information and let people go the direction they wish to go, be it outdoor, be it shopping,
yes,
those things. I know it's something that we're trying to work on in the Northeast Regional, and they're all over the opportunity to work with Vegas or anybody in the 7 counties. So I think that's an asset that might still be untapped. And then the co-op from the Department of Tourism, I believe, is coming up real quickly, and I'm sure you're involved with that. But could you just give us some background? Because as much as we've accomplished, it seems disjointed to me.
Yeah, and you're correct. It is a little disjointed, and that's what I'm hoping you guys will kind of fill those gaps in between when it comes to partnerships and collaborations and that kind of thing. The co-op, yes, I am involved with that because we do that every year for the FY22 grant. That is coming up really quick. If you guys all want, I can send you a link to that information so you can watch the videos and get an idea of how the process works. We do apply for it every year. We have increased that budget. I believe last time we did it was $60,000. And of course, it's a 1-to-1 match, so we get the other $60,000 to go with it, or depending on what's approved. But yeah, Gail, that's a great question and a great concern, because there is a big disconnect with a lot of things. And I have a feeling that you guys will be the group that will be able to make those connections and fill those gaps.
You said that we do have a one-stop, sort of. What is that?
Oh, yeah, he's referring, okay, so we don't have an organization to say that's a one-stop, but we do have the website. And we do have to have that website. Again, it's part of the New Mexico Chew whole campaign and requirements. That website, we did win, I believe, here it is. In 2018, when we began that website, we did become a finalist for the New Mexico Hospitality Association for their Top Hat Awards that's held every year. And so that was great, but we've continued that, and it's visitlasvegasnm.com. That website I've been working on for about 3 years. Of course, you know, I have a lot of other things to go, but we've included apps like a birding app. There's a mural app. There's a fishing app. There's the walking tour on there. You know, we've got a place where you could go and it has things to do, outdoor adventures. And usually the event calendar is usually full. Of course, with COVID, we haven't had any come in that I know of anyway, to put in there. But yes, we do have the website. We also have filmlasvegasnm.com, which is a new one that we were working on. That one was basically set up to cater towards directors and producers so that they have one place to go to and get most of the information they need instead of having to send so many scouts down. But I hope that answered your question.
Mm-hmm. So may I suggest for next time, if everybody can visit the website that she just described, visit LasVegasNewMexico.com.
Yeah.
And see what we can add to that. That could be maybe a place to start to include everything, and then make it available, or, you know, extend it.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, if you guys come up with campaigns and we need to adjust the website to, you know, fit those or fit your plan or whatever it might be, you can include that in that plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we had talked about trying to work with the magazines or the recovery process. What's the first step to that? Because I think that's good. That's a good step to say Las Vegas is back in action, you know?
Yeah, and I would love all of your guys' opinion on this. So what I could do is I can send you the link to all the videos. You guys can take a look at that and see what they're going to be offering, because they every year what they do is they send these videos out, we watch them, then we put the application, and then they give us a list of it's all different clients and stuff that they've accumulated that we can choose from. So we can say if we want to be in Amarillo, if we want to be in New Mexico Magazine, all that stuff. And I will definitely get you guys a copy of that and let you guys have input on that as well, because that is part of the
Virginia, I have a question.
Yes.
My question is, Virginia, my question is, how do we know how many people are looking at our website and where are they coming from? Because that will determine down the road where should we put our
sorry. Yeah.
advertising in.
So we do have code that's put into our website, and we do have access and information to all of that. As a matter of fact, let me pull this up for you real quick so you guys can see. So we do have this is our analytics we have available for the website. And as you can see, it gives us everything. It tells us, what country, it tells us time of day. As you can see, there's only one time there and one time there. We didn't have anybody visiting the website. It tells you how they search. This is our active users. We've moved from 1 to 3 people a day to 105,000 people in 7 days, And this actually has gone down a little since COVID, because when we don't have COVID, we have all the events. We have a lot more people looking at different things. We also could tell what pages they're looking at. So like here, you could see most people are looking at Montezuma Hot Springs. I believe this one right here is the COVID. And then, Skillet, COVID, places to stay, historic walking tour. Most of the time, these things don't change. Those are basically what they look at throughout the year. And then you can also even tell what our goal value right now is. We're at 1.3. We can say, what the overall value of the website is. Our, who's looking at it from where. All that information is available to us right at the hands of a click. You can even get even more detail if you click in there. We can get how many users, how many new users, sessions, number of sessions, page views. We can see how long they stay on each page or how many pages they view before leaving the website, how long they stay. All of this stuff is available, and I can give you those on a monthly basis, so you guys have those available to you as well.
Is that a link we could go to? Or it has to be through you?
No, I have to, yeah. And like I said, I can make that a monthly report for you guys.
That's going to be awesome, because we could use that to, when we look at where our purchasing power is going to be. It's the best for our dollar. If we're going to buy an ad in what communities, we're not buying it, we're putting money where nobody is coming from or asking us questions. So this is why I wanted to know if we have that kind of information at our fingertips, because it's digital. People are beginning to get on the road again because they've been cooped up. They still can't travel too much out of the country, but they can travel within the United States. And that is going to be very valuable for us.
Yes, and we do have that analytics available to us for our social media as well.
That's fabulous. Thank you, Virginia.
Okay. You better be with us at every meeting. Okay, anything else? I mean, so you said you're going to link us in, and you're going to link us in or provide information with the magazines?
The FY22, yes.
The FY22. Okay.
I also have a list for you guys as you're talking about the upcoming fiscal year. I have a list of all of the previous marketing we did for, it was 2019 because we didn't do 2020, but in 2019, so you guys can see how we were a part of the national, which is the Amtrak magazine, to go from one end of the country to the other end. We were a part of USA Today, I think it's called US Southwest Cities or something to that effect. There was a lot that we were actually involved with prior to the pandemic. We were really starting to, pick that up, and like I say, winning awards for not only marketing but for events. And Alan Outfield got, I think it was Hospitality Professional of the Year. I was a finalist for Marketing Professional of the Year. So we have all of this that we can work around. Las Vegas is the first city to be inducted into the TV and Hall of Fame induction. They were inducted into that. Also with Red Dawn and Easy Rider. So, there's a lot that we have going for us that you guys can use when you're thinking about this marketing.
Yes, Veronica.
Thank you. So I'm thinking also,
everything that Virginia just kind of went over for us, and the possibilities and things that are already in place that we just sort of have to tap into. I wanted to ask about our coming out of COVID. Are there any plans for, I mean, June is coming up, so we have Pride. Is there anything like that happening? We have the fiestas, we have the rally, you know, are those things being talked about? Or is there some way that we can do them virtually? We have this website presence.
That would be our event planner and film liaison. I don't know, Bill's here. Bill, can you, if you're there?
Bill?
Yep, I'm here. So fiestas, you know, the bike rally, anything that was for 4th of July has been canceled other than the fireworks, just because of, you know, being limited on gathering size. So
Okay.
So those events, you know, we're also looking at doing stuff a little bit later in the year, and we are going to have a mini fiesta of some sort over the 4th of July time period to coincide with the fireworks, and we're doing an extended, a little bit larger Friday al fresco in the plaza. So we're going to have bands starting in May rather than later in the summer, and going all the way through to October. So there's plans to do that in lieu of fiestas. We're going to try to have a long fiesta.
Okay. I guess, is there a way to help support those kind of marketing initiatives?
Sure. You know, those are, you know, they're probably going to have their own, those, like Friday al fresco has their own marketing requests for funding and so forth. So, and that's probably too short a notice for, I think, things that you guys probably should be thinking about.
Got it.
You know, we have all these opportunities. They come in all the time. Virginia can tell you pretty much like, you know, do you want to advertise here and advertise there? Well, we haven't had a budget to do any advertising. So it's just kind of like, okay, just let it slide and let's start. But I think that's one of the things this group needs to look at, you know, the different venues and decide, you know, hey, we need to advertise an AARP, for instance, or something like that. And, you know, what is it going to cost us and what does that look like? And
so we could also do something for local businesses where they can apply to tap into our marketing, and we can market on their behalf. Or is that something against the business things? That's the business side of that. Okay, that's what you were explaining earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
However, do you remember when they are doing events and stuff? They do go to lodger's tax and they do get marketing money. Now, as far as the marketing itself, like on how we help, it's usually part of like the grants and things that we do like that. So for example, with tourism, we usually get a select amount of billboards. And so during a certain amount, we schedule it with the company and say, okay, in July, we're having fiestas. So for all of July or the end of June, you know, mid of July, we want a fiestas billboard on there. Or historic homes tours coming up. So in August, you know, through that whole part of August, we want this billboard up there. So we do offer that to the events. So you guys know they are a large part of marketing, especially through lodger's tax.
Got it. Thank you. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Thank you so much for that clarification.
If I could make a plug and mention, we are doing planning for a Highlands Matanza now in October. We're moving forward with a face-to-face activity, and you may be familiar, we're even constructing a facility that's framed as a community, a public cultural park, which will have venue for people to come in, not outside of our planned event for October, that people are allowed to come in and do their own matanzas, their own sort of food celebrations. Perhaps at the next meeting, I could come and give a little bit more information on that and show what the park is going to look like. And we're already in articulation with the city as far as looking at some shared resources concerning not only the development of the facility, but the event itself.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. I have something for you on that, Dr. Romero. Let's pull this up here.
Virginia, just and Margot, just a thought process. We may need to think a little bit on some short range or short timeline type things that are going on within the city, and how we kind of take those events and concepts and how do we take those forward, because a lot of stuff that we're not doing this year obviously are going to happen next year. And so how do we market all that? And then of course the longer term type advertising, where we need to think about how do we attract people here. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys, because I'm not the marketing whiz here by any shakes of the imagination. So
This is the plan that Dr. Romero was talking about. Oops, sorry. This is the Matanza pit, and the kind of the overall plan they have for that corner he was talking about.
This is going to be pretty cool, and if I could describe it, so there's a shaded amphitheater area that could be used for educational purposes, for presentation. There, right here in the middle, there's a bread oven that's going to be constructed, and again, community could come in that. On both sides, there are pits for chicharron cooking or other creative venues. Underneath the barbecue area, there's going to be grills and smokers available. And of course, the little rectangle facility in the middle is for the pit barbecue that we've done it for several years now. And again, again, on the eastern face, we're working on traditional orchard and traditional food gardening activities as well. So again, there's a lot that we're going to be working with. We're really excited about the project. And with Dr. Minner's guidance, we're framing it again as public space rather than limited to the university community.
That sounds
Okay.
awesome.
Do you want to present more on that for the next meeting, Dr. Romero?
I can, yes. I think Stacy had a comment. I'm not sure.
I think, Stacy, your audio for some reason isn't working. If anything, maybe we can have you just type in the chat area. Oh, there you go.
I was asking where the location was. I saw Mora Avenue or street or something, but where exactly is this going to be made and built?
That's Stacy, where the new dorms are, directly west of the new dorms, right outside at the southeast corner of Melody Park.
Okay.
Melody, of course, is the big park in front of the education building. And so this is that little triangle space that, if you remember, a long time ago, there used to be a little house there, a little greenhouse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is that right there.
They finally pushed them out of there, those poor people.
I think she passed away.
Oh, it reminded me of Up. Just so I want to throw it out there with oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just thinking maybe a little differently. Bill, maybe we should start, or Virginia, Bill, maybe we should start looking as a longer term support mechanism for these individual functions. Everybody that is involved, for instance, with with Highlands on the Matanza, they're going to handle their own publicity. Maybe what we should do is just augment that publicity with a long-term chronological listing of events along with the dates, maybe put them on the billboards, maybe take a look at listing them right up front on the website, so that we do a preview of activities for the entire community or the entire county, actually, that may avail everybody to the particular interest that they prefer. I think us supporting individual events from this committee is a little, from my perspective, a little short-sighted. I think we need to take a look at the next 6 months to a year to begin with, and just start building upon that and supporting the individual events, but let them focus on their own advertising and promotion.
Gail, and that's usually how it works. Thank you for bringing that up. Most events are responsible for their own marketing and promotion. They can go to Lodgers Tax and ask for assistance. And then the other assistance that the city provides is basically doing that, putting it in an event calendar. And if it's big, say like CCHT Heritage Week, that's a whole week full of events. So we usually will create a page that has that information and links to each event or piece of information that they're looking for. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Virginia, do we already have a social media site for like an Instagram page for Las Vegas itself?
Yes,
Is there already one?
So on Facebook, we have several pages. We have the Visit Las Vegas page, and then we have event pages for fiestas, for Boo Fest, and I think there's another one, Electric Light Parade. We do have those. Then we also have a Twitter for the Visit Las Vegas, and we have an Instagram for the Visit Las Vegas. And so you guys know that if you go look at them, there's posts that are being put on there. That was also part of the Google recovery process, where Las Vegas First and the committee at that time sat down and decided on a whole year of posts that would be put up, worked together with Google, and so they automatically go up for us.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll take a look at them.
Okay. Any other comments? All right.
So it sounds like we have a good set of information for the next meeting. Lots of things to ponder on, and lots of information for me to send you. I think by the next meeting, you guys, once I send a lot of that information out, you'll be able to more clearly say, okay, now we can start working on this plan for the next year. And then once you solidify that, you guys can start working on the overall 3, 5, 10-year plan, whatever you guys decide on.
Right.
So does that sound about right for you guys?
Yeah. And also just a little bit of homework, review the bylaws, the marketing plan, and visit the site LasVegasNewMexico.com so that we can look at what's there, what apps are there, and let's see where else I put that. Yeah.
And when you guys, I forgot to mention one other thing, the government site, the LasVegasNM.gov, we're redoing that website as well. So when you're thinking about campaigns like the one that Veronica brought up last time, the housing thing, the rentals, housing, that kind of stuff, we would probably more than likely incorporate it into that part. Of course, we'll link both sites back and forth, but just, so you guys know we have that website also. So we need to decide, which website it should actually fit more properly in. And I believe the Chamber of Commerce recently put theirs up, and they're going to be working specifically on business-wise. So that's another aspect that you guys can reach out to.
And the chamber? You said the chamber?
Yeah, the chamber.
Okay. Any other comments? Concerns? Good job. It was a good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you all. And we're going to adjourn until the next month. Yes. Do we have to vote on that?
Perfect timing, because I'm just coming in over the pass. So I'll talk to you guys all sometime soon.
Be safe.
Thank you. Bye.
So I'm making a motion that we adjourn now at 11:24.
Not you.
Not me. Oh.
You're the chair. You can't.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
Okay. Anybody, everybody for it? Raise your hand so I can see.
I have a phone number from Virginia.
Okay. Anybody against it? Okay. Adjourned. Officially adjourned. Thank you guys. Have a good
Have a
day.
good one.
Thanks, everybody.
If you guys have any, feel free to call me.
Virginia, just
Thank you, Virginia.
Bye.
Virginia.
Bye.
Virginia.
Yes.
Virginia. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
go ahead, Judy.
Virginia,
Yes.
it's Judy. May I have a phone number for you, please?
Yes, ma'am. So, my work phone is 505-454-1401.
Yeah.
It's extension 1601.
You can ask her.
Give you, and then my cell phone, I had to get it because I just got it. My work cell phone is 505-429-0748.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, you can leave the meeting now.
Okay. Well,
Where you go.
wait. I do that.